Welcome to day 49 of the 77-day video challenge. There's an old song that was made popular back in the 1940s, I think it was. I heard a couple of versions of it on a Christmas album. It's titled Count Your Blessings. And there's a line in there, when I'm worried and I can't sleep, I count my blessings instead of sheep, and I fall asleep counting my blessings. I've wondered for some time, what are some of the best techniques people have for going to sleep? I have my own little routine. Because I have problems with my neck, it's a little hard for me to pick out exactly how to arrange my pillows because I don't want to, you know, bend my neck out of shape while I'm trying to rest. But I need a little bit of support there. What I figured out a couple of years ago is that if I have two reasonably firm pillows, I can just squeeze them together and rest my head between them. I do have one of those My Pillows that has the special little chips of foam in there, and it's really quite adequate, but it doesn't give my neck quite the support that I need. I'm not looking to launch my own pillow company, so Mike Lindell has no threat coming from me. So, Mike Lindell, if you're watching this, we're good, man. But once I've determined how I'm going to sleep, how I'm going to fall asleep is an entirely different matter. From night to night, I forget what little tips I've accumulated for how I am going to drift off to sleep. Am I going to reflect back on the day and what went well? Because that's one of the things that I do. Is that sometimes as I'm lying in bed, I'll pull the covers up to my chin and I'll reach over and I'll pat my dog and I'll say to myself, this was a pretty good day. I got some work done. I got some things finished at work. I completed a project. I got an agenda sent off for Toastmasters. I got some shopping done. Or I managed to go the whole day without spending any cash. I ate some tasty things. And that sense of peace, of knowing that I've had a good day, helps relax me and helps me get to sleep. Many nights I will lie there and I'll think about the people in my life, and I guess that's about as close as a traditional prayer prayer practice I have in my life, and I'll think, good thoughts about my mom, my sister, my brother, my sister-in-law, my nephew, my neighbors, my co-workers, people from my church, people from Toastmasters, people from the community, people from different aspects of my life. Many of the people I hope to see cross paths when I celebrate my birthday in about a month. And so I think about all of those individuals and those groups of people who have touched my life. And then I think about the larger community. After I've exhausted the individuals and the groups that I want to send positive thoughts to, I think about my neighborhood, the city, the region, the state, the nation. Usually by the time I've gotten to this hemisphere, to the other side of the world, to the people in the most remote parts of the world, the people on the beaches, the people on the deserts, the people in the caverns, in the jungles, in the forests, on the highest peaks, the people in the most remote places, people I will never see and probably have no idea that there's a David Whitner out there in the world. I'll find that I've drifted off to sleep. And then I finally take a moment, if I'm still awake, to think about what I need in my life. And I think about what I need, what I want, what I deserve. And that's how I hope to gain a little bit of clarity and contribute to a little bit of healing in my life and the lives of the people around me, the people close to me, near me, and also the people at the farthest reaches of the world. People I've far, far from the reach of my fingertips. Sometimes as I'm going to sleep, I think about how long I have that I get to sleep before I have to wake up. About 35 years ago, a roommate of mine gave me a little tip that you think of your sleep cycles in 90-minute periods. So you're better rested after an hour and a half or 3 hours or 6 hours or 7.5 hours than you might be after 8 hours, because sleep tends to run in 90-minute cycles, 5 stages in every 90 minutes. So sometimes as I'm lying in bed, I think, okay, I've got to be up in 6 hours. I have to be up in 7 hours, 7.5 hours. And I think, okay, if I go to sleep now, I might wake refreshed. It's a little bit like the hypnosis that I spoke about just the other night. That it's about training yourself to embrace something healthy, something refreshing, something nourishing, something healing. I hope that you have found ways to refresh and heal yourself as you rest at night, whether it's in 90-minute cycles, whether it is a particular configuration of pillows, and if it's a particular series of thoughts that you reel through every night as you prepare to rest and restore yourself for the next day and for the days beyond that. I look forward to seeing all of you on day 50 of the 77-day video challenge. And I look forward to any comments that you might offer about some of your little tips for getting a better night's sleep. In the meantime, have a wonderful evening and sleep tight.